recording. Welcome to some more Call of Cthulhu. What's happening here?
You said make my day more exciting, and she was like, yeah. Just very understated, slipped it.
Here I was thinking, I've never received a dick pic.
So what I need to know, because it actually kind of matters now, just for simplicity. I need everybody's dexterity, please. Starting with the highest and then the lowest. So figure it out, please, and let me know.
Probably. Oh no, she's more dexterous than I am.
80.
She's
5-0.
I'm like third.
I'm 70.
68.
I think I'm the
Yeah.
least dexterous.
Second last.
5-0. Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
the least
so we
dexterous.
go Megan, and then Caitlin,
Yeah.
and then Mike.
Is this initiative order or something?
Yes, and then Eric, and then James.
Yep.
All right, so Megan, we're just gonna skip you,
Good call.
and we're gonna skip Caitlin because you're
I'm
unconscious,
knocked out.
and we're gonna go with Mike.
Who
Jake
is
Smarty.
doing worse than I am?
You are battered, bruised, bloody. You're at 1 hit point, which means a light breeze will kill you. Actually, not true. Unless you have a serious wound, if you hit 0, you don't die. Just so you guys know.
Oh,
You need to have a serious wound to actually die.
What if you had a -1?
Nope. It goes 0 is the lowest you can go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're just unconscious at that
You're just a
point.
vegetable.
Exactly.
Vegetable.
The fortune teller, the blue-haired fortune teller, is sitting cross-legged across from you on the floor.
That creates a lot of interesting opportunities.
Yep. The death thing, I assume.
And she responds again. Are you finally ready to see the other side, or some shit that she said? I forget.
She flips her hand at you.
Whatever I said. Whatever you want me to show you something.
Yeah. Do you want me to? Yeah.
All right.
She's asking if you're cool getting killed. She's gonna stab you right in the forehead if you say yes.
Yes.
She smiles.
Oh.
Shakes her head. You certainly don't seem ready. One look. And look at you. Look at the shape you're in.
I mean, maybe not right now. I guess then I don't. It's a bad night.
Why was it a bad night?
I guess I went a little insane.
Once again, to my point. I don't think you have the mental fortitude.
And Raynor did.
Raynor doesn't really know who Raynor is right now. He's merely just a vessel working for me. I could get you a job if you wanted.
I don't really want a job. I just want answers.
There's no answers.
There's always answers.
Once again, it's that sort of belief system that'll cause you to go a bit further next time. Before I came in, you were screaming. And she points to the window, where there's a bloody face print, and smashing your head against the window, in hopes of breaking it and jumping outside.
It's broken already.
No, there's multiple windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I broke the first one.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. There's a lot of blood in that room.
They're Jessica's gonna be mad. They're-
She begins to stand up.
I mean, I'm guessing I saw what you wanted me to see over the garden.
I wasn't expecting you to see anything. I just wanted to see how you could handle it. And given your state, I'd say it's quite embarrassing. She leans down and picks up the stone she gave you.
I mean, I'd probably be fine if that pig cult didn't arrive.
I wasn't expecting that.
Me neither.
Well, I can say honestly, I wasn't attempting to set you up for anything. They work on their own accord. I'm not involved with them. I find them to be quite brutish, if you will.
They sure are.
But they weren't here for you, so once again, that's just an excuse.
I got caught in the crossfire.
Did you?
They made me drop the stone. Then I started hearing the bells.
It's not holding the stone. Proximity.
Oh. Alright.
Are you telling me you guys all stood around holding it like it's some sort of speaking stone?
Yeah. It's a good time.
You should clarify more like it's a magic charm.
Yeah. She throws it in.
And two of us saw the creature. Or thing.
I can see that. This was your work, and she points to the other window. I imagine that was hers.
Mm-hmm.
And the bloody forehead all over the wall.
Do you know where they went? Did they all leave?
I don't really care.
Okay.
She starts walking towards the door.
Alright.
Next time, if you're going to call me, Mr. Smarty, or leave your name to learn more about what really happens in this city, make sure you're ready for it. And then she just kind of pushes the door that's loose on the hinge and steps out and walks out. And then your cell phone goes bling! And there's a text message. Right? Call? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What?
Oh, I thought you were calling him.
No, I didn't. I
Two
never
in the
called
morning.
him. I never called
Ah,
him.
cool. Your phone, it just says low battery. There we go.
Makes sense.
Fit it in like perfectly.
Yep.
Makes sense.
All right, Eric. Up
Yes.
to you, Mr. Baker. You are in a hospital bed in St. Meredith's, and your right hand, no, the opposite hand of where your stab wound was, is handcuffed to the bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're fucked.
Who handcuffed me?
The detective did.
I didn't say anything then. I just whimpered softly because of the 2 knife wounds in my shoulder.
You're a flight risk, though.
Danger to yourself and others.
Yep.
The hospital's quite quiet. You hear a low sobbing coming from down the hall, and the lights seem to all be dimmer than normal. Night shift things, who knows? St. Meredith is a weird hospital.
I don't come here.
I'm at the other hospital?
You're a Grey Gainer, yeah. The normal hospital for normal people.
Oh, good. Is that
hot
does Meredith's hospital sign say Greg Ainer, the normal hospital for normal people?
Yeah, and Meredith says, don't come in here.
How do you spell Aner?
A-H-N-O-R.
Yeah, I spelled it. I spelled it with an E.
St. Meredith has like a wacky inflatable tube, man. It says no insurance, no problem.
Do you just wait for something to happen?
I mean,
Run! With the bed attached.
am I like curtained off?
No, you have your own little hospital room.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Is the door open?
Yes.
Okay.
There's also actually even a viewing window.
Is anyone outside of it?
Oh, there's a nurse at the desk.
I'm gonna see. I saw it on TV that you could fold your thumb over and slip it through. Steve doesn't know you have to break your hand to do it,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna
yeah.
try and get out.
Go for it. Give me I'm just going to look at your
Oh yeah, go for it.
He's not actually gonna.
sleight of hand.
Oh!
Extreme.
Oh! Guess what that is?
Is it a 1?
Yes.
You've done crazy
2.
things.
Nailed it.
Almost. No.
No.
39.
No, not even.
You start pulling, and then the detective walks into the room with 2 cups of coffee in little styrofoam cups, and he puts ones on your bedside table, and then just sits down at the table, kind of the chair across the room, and starts drinking his.
I'm gonna make a power check. I'm gonna look away from him like a cat at first, like a cat who's injured, because I'm afraid.
Or guilty.
I'm gonna make a power check to try and. Nope. When I look back, I'm clearly afraid. But I'm gonna try and reach out with my right hand, and not quite get to the coffee, and then I'm gonna see if I can move my left.
Yeah, you can. It's a bit stiff.
Okay. I'm gonna pass the cup over to my other hand. Okay.
This detective's playing hardball.
Did you want me to handcuff your other arm? I'm actually. I'll be honest. I'm sorry about the handcuff. I needed to talk to you. I was worried that once one of the nurses came and looked at you, you'd just leave.
I'm gonna look out, because again, I failed my role of being subtle, so I'm gonna look out the door and back at him, kind of like, yep. I mean,
I had a buddy of mine look you up, Mr. Baker. Before my time on the force, it looks like in the early 90s, you raised a bit of a stink about a missing daughter. A stink.
You're not allowed to be concerned about your missing daughter.
This is a plot.
You
twist.
were all
We didn't
about
know
how
it
the
wasn't
cops
his.
weren't doing anything, things were happening in the woods, all that psychobabble stuff. And then I find you tonight at Garden View Heights with a stab wound in your arm, well, shoulder, and calling out a name of someone who lived there. Did this guy attack you? I know the guy. He's a good guy. He wouldn't attack you.
I'm just staring at the wall ahead of me.
Not the talkative type. Are you worried? You scared? I sent someone over to talk to Stacy. Said you had some sort of accident and that everything was okay. What's the thing you do, your little hobby? Photography? Said you're trying to take a picture of an owl on the bridge. Slipped and fell into a pipe and it went right into your shoulder. Makes sense, a guy in your stature, that you'd make a clumsy little mistake like that. But don't worry. She's okay. She's gonna come visit you in the morning. Good news though, talk to the nurse, you probably don't need to stay overnight. I just wanted to talk to you about what the fuck you were doing at Garden View Heights. Because I talked to Matt, he said he doesn't know you.
Said it yourself, officer. Was trying to get some photographs. Slipped and fell. On a pipe. Right?
I'm going to give you an offer that no one in the 90s gave you. I will let you know that this city is a festering pit. And that if you stay here, you're going to wind up like all the others, either corrupted or dead. I've made my choice, and I'm enjoying it, but you don't seem the type. So, I'm telling you to leave. Leave the city. Otherwise, let me go first. Take your wife and your kids. Get out of here. Forget about Brett. She's gone. She's dead. But if you want to stay here and keep looking, I'm going to be a thorn in your side. And I'll make sure you look like a nice guy. I think you should just go. He stands up and walks over to your bed and undoes your handcuff.
I'm gonna flinch as he does it.
Don't go yet. The nurse is probably going to still give you some more of the stitches or whatever they did to you. I don't know, it's bandaged up. It'll heal quick. Give it a month or two. Actually, someone your stature and body, maybe 3 months. Actually, to be honest, you'll probably never be able to use that arm well again. But that's just growing up, right? Things stop working. Here's my card. If you want to cooperate, don't worry about it. But if you're going to keep poking your nose in things that you shouldn't, this is the man who's going to kill you. And he walks out of the hospital room. Hal!
Hey, what's up?
You got a mask on the floor of your...
I didn't see the monster because astronomers can only see things that are really far away.
Yeah.
Why didn't he see the monster again?
He did not see it.
Because
Like
I
the spot
am,
hidden.
because I am strong.
Yeah, right.
Same night, same right where we left off.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Are you in a waiting room? Where are you?
No, he went home.
No, home. Dumped you off.
You took me to the hospital and went home?
That's what I have written down.
All I have written down was he yells at Steven, stay away. And
Like
then
maybe
takes
you
me to the
just went
hospital.
home to get her things
I
and come
think,
back.
like,
That's probably what you were
have
doing.
A shower.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Are you covered in my blood?
probably.
Yeah,
it's probably in my car
probably.
too.
No, I'm sorry.
Are you? You're unconscious. You can't be sorry.
I will be when I wake up.
Weird point, but you're right.
Yeah, I think that's kind of. I'm gonna just kind of clean up a little and throw a blanket in the back seat for now. And I'm gonna try and do a spot hidden on this pig mask, like see if there's any like. It's obviously handmade and things like that, but is there anything like that might stand out about it? That might give me a clue about these people.
Sure.
You know? 14. Hey. Passes it hard.
Check.
There's actually no, don't check it because there's actually nothing to find.
Yeah.
But give me a power check.
Oh no.
Oh
Failed
no!
it.
Rip.
As you are looking through and you flip it over
Yeah.
to look inside the mask, for a mere moment you get the urge to put it on.
It's like Jim Carrey's.
Yeah, but you're able to resist
Yeah.
it. But you just have to like.
Okay,
Put it on,
well,
man.
I'm gonna
Just put it
put that in like a grocery bag and like tie that up and throw it in the trunk of my car.
Sure.
Grab some
Sure,
of her
like,
shit.
hit a car, get a man. Oh, here's the cult killer. It's this guy. Arrest him.
Mask, blood.
So you're gonna go to the hospital?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Sure.
grab some of her facts. You reading like a book or anything lately?
Nope.
No? Cool. I'm gonna like
People don't read.
stop at the gas station and pick up like a copy of like Fish and Game.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you're
how?
like, what would she like? She's fish and wildlife. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Well, while you're driving, then we will jump on over to Sam, who's been away for about just over a month. So why don't you give just a brief little summary of everything that happened to Sam, because it's pretty good.
Okay, hang on. I have notes.
3 words.
And I don't want to miss anything. Not 3
Oh,
words.
Here, I
Sam-
can do it.
Sam had a bad month. Like,
Woof.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Okay, so she went a little crazy after almost getting shot / watching Raynor get shot / the threatening of her boyfriend. So she got obsessively close to David and like followed him all over the place, insisted they go away for a weekend, and like things started to get a little better while they were away, and then they came back and she lost it again, and he was about to snap because she was not giving him any space, so he booked a conference out of town to Chicago for a medical experience and was like, I'm going away, and she had a panic attack. So he had suggested she go back into therapy, and so she started talking to her therapist again, who basically explained that Matt was a stalker, and she should probably worry about that and let the police worry about the whole shooting thing. So she changes her phone number, gets a new personal phone, and starts taking Krav Maga. Because, you know, what does a white chick in a small town do?
Ooh, it's not really. Oh, thank you.
It's not really small, you're right. Then she has this terrible nightmare on the third night after David left, and I'm going to read it because it's like one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. It's about a masked gunman stalking her boyfriend through the Red Garden. It culminated in David standing in front of the clay faces. Sam watched through Dream David's eyes as all of a sudden the faces started to scream and change shape. One into himself, one into Raynor, and the center one into Sam. David turned to get away from them only to find a gun inches from his forehead and Matt, with his finger on the trigger, smoking a cigarette. Bang. Sam sat bolt upright in bed, whispered a forgotten name out loud, Andrew Kingston. So she remembers Matt's other name. And in her therapy session the next day, she doesn't tell her therapist about the name. She just retells the story of her dream. And she's kind of haunted by Andrew Kingston. And she gets to the night that David's going to come back. She goes to pick him up from the airport, picks up a box of his favorite chocolate-covered espresso beans and makes a little sign that says Mr. Reinhardt on it. Very cute. And he's not, like, especially receptive to her being there. He's just kind of happy to be home. So she drives him home, and he, like, makes it very clear that she's, like, he's not interested in her coming in. So she goes home and kind of just, like, has a sleepless night and eventually ultimately says, fine, if he wants space, I'll give him space. And she goes to work for the next 4 days, works 12-hour days, tries to avoid David, not think about anything other than work, until she finds that the box of beans is still in her car on the last day and realizes he's forgotten it. Thinks, you know, it's not so bad. Maybe I'll go drop him off at his house. It's been 4 days. It's all good.
Is he dead? Is he dead?
Oh, worse.
So she goes, knocks on the door.
Oh, he's cheating.
And, like, she regrets it the moment she sees him because his face says, oh, it's you, without even him uttering a word.
Not so bad.
So she hands him the box and, like, asks if they can talk, like, go for brunch or something. And David sighs and says he'd hope for a few more days. Sam has nothing to say to that. And he says, after another sigh, he said he'd call her to make plans. Sam was about to interrupt and ask why they couldn't make plans now, and David interrupted her and said, you'll find your need for independence when you've matured a little.
Classic David Reinhardt.
And so she, like, is devastated and just, like, walks away, goes to her car and, like, drives a few blocks and then breaks into hot, angry tears.
Excellent.
Then she goes home, has a shitty night again. Next day she kind of goes into breakup mode, sleeps mostly. She gets a couple phone calls from staffing trying to get a hold of her for a shift next week, and just keeps picking up the phone. And eventually at around 5 o'clock, she gets another phone call and she picks it up, just assuming it was staffing again. Politely says hello and hears hello Samantha in Matt's voice. And so she hangs up immediately and starts freaking out. So she calls David back again. And when he finds out that it's her, he immediately gets on her case and says that he'd call her later, stop pushing it, he needs some time, and hangs up on her. And so she thinks about the words, I need some time, which is what she said to Jake before she left, or after she left, I guess, and gets this kind of feeling of purpose as her phone rings again with the unknown number. She ignores it and walks over to the dresser and picks up her stone that she's not thought about all month, and decides that tomorrow she will not just sit around, she has things to do.
Could you unmic me briefly?
Cool. So then, do you want to start in the morning when we get to the morning, and then you can do things when that happens?
Yeah, sure. Sounds
Cool.
good.
So then we'll go back to you, what you're gonna do in the blood apartment right now.
The blood apartment. Jess's room. The blood apartment.
I don't know.
3D.
Did
Well,
you
you
buy
gotta-
the warehouse? Is it an empty warehouse?
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Maybe you should go to the hospital. Are you going to recover from these 1 million paper cuts you've given yourself?
I mean, they're not major ones, so they'll heal on their own.
Yeah. It's like he
One
just,
hit point a day.
every webbing.
Aye.
Maybe you should go to the hospital.
So what? They heal 2 a day, or 1d10 a day?
You do a check a week.
Yeah.
Takes a week anyway just to heal the 13
Yeah, but
days.
you could get all 14 back. They might be like, hey, here's
Yeah, you heal
My-
you heal 1 HP per day.
Did I drive there?
You did, yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was thinking that I was like, how did I get there? But we all came separately.
Hey, do you
so-
still have your wallet?
Probably.
Yeah, no one robbed you. They're not monsters.
Ah, they're just big
Well,
mass
they're not
cultists.
criminals.
Well, no, they were gone by the time I looked back out the window again.
Ah, that's true. Sorry.
Yeah, they had no interest in him.
No.
No.
I'm gonna go down to my car and I'm gonna drive back to the warehouse.
He's just mildly rich,
Sure.
so.
Cautiously looking out my back mirror every
Yeah.
fucking 3 seconds.
Sure. Give me a luck check, please.
No, you don't. You're gonna die. You're gonna die to a car crash.
Do you want me to re-roll that?
No, it's 90.
Okay, so it's good. So no.
You are unlucky, and your splitting headache makes it very hard for you to drive on the road. Give me a used vehicle check.
Drive auto.
Drive auto.
Drive auto 20. Okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You
Got
pull over
there.
for a bit because you know you shouldn't be driving
Put
for
a
the
check
moment.
mark. Put a check mark.
Let your brain chill out, and then you're able to make it to your warehouse.
No, and no one followed me.
No one
Yeah,
followed
okay.
you.
Well, like you can see anyway. Sweet. I'm sure I have a bed there.
Yeah, you're just gonna sleep?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you'll let you go to the morning. All right, Steve Baker, you're in the hospital room.
We've lost him.
He's going ape
Oh,
shit
he's trying
crazy.
to read his fucking notes.
Oh yeah, his weird border notes.
Who do I know about? I'm trying to remember. I didn't take great notes last session. I got a little bit caught up towards the end. Do I know about the fortune-telling woman?
You know about her. You've never met her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
You know that Raynor went to saw her and then has never come back.
I know that.
But I told him that.
Yeah, he's working
He's
for her,
working
which
for
is
her.
not helpful.
I told you her name,
Yes,
and then she gave the stone.
Miss Thomas.
And she took back now. Bitch.
I'm gonna call for the nurse.
The nurse comes in.
I'm gonna ask if they still have a phone book.
2017.
Yes, we do.
I don't have a computer. I'm gonna explain to her. Like that makes sense. So if I
Don't you
need,
have a phone? Yeah, it's actually on the. There's like a little ball of your clothes. She just kind of gives it to you.
thank you.
You're naked.
Is it a Jake Smarty burner phone?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No, he never
look
took one.
up
I don't think he took one.
Miss Thomas in connection with.
He never took one.
Oh, yeah, of
Was her
course.
profession ever described to me?
No,
I'm just gonna look up.
just a fortune teller.
I'm gonna look up Miss Thomas and fortune teller.
You find it. She has her own website. She does readings.
Come see the other side.
It's exactly what it says. Actually, not come see. It says come read the other
I
side.
come read the other side.
And there's a phone number at the bottom, as well as the words day or night.
I'm gonna dial that number.
Fuck.
A voice answers. Hello?
Hello, is this Miss? Oh, is this Miss Thomas?
Speaking.
I'm interested in scheduling a meeting.
Would you like a reading?
You know, when my daughter went missing a couple of years ago, I tried everything. I even tried a fortune teller here in the city. And I looked things up first, to find out. I mean, I didn't want to get fleeced for nothing, right? I wanted to know if there was even some small chance. And, I discovered tarot cards, they used to just be a playing card game. And I told this man when we went in for the readings, and he, you know what he told me?
What?
He told me the cards didn't matter. It was the person who did the reading.
I look at it a bit differently. It's not the person who does the reading or the cards. It's what the person who comes in for the reading is looking for.
Yeah. Let's start with a reading.
Sure, when would you want one? Day or night?
I'm currently stuck in the hospital until they discharge me. It's St. Meredith's. The room number is...
I'll find you. What's your name?
Stephen Baker.
The line hangs up.
Booked.
Hal!
Hey,
Hal Johnson!
Shouldn't have threatened my family.
Joanne McLeod. Body break.
Get
I like
moving.
that attitude. Too bad Jake's not in.
Yeah, I guess will they what's the news? She's good? She's stable? At the hospital?
Yeah, she he's like, we were looking at her chart. We think this might have been caused by some sort of chemical imbalance due to the tumors going up her right side might have been causing her to lose.
She's already seeing a specialist.
Yes, Dr. Simmons.
Oh.
He's not in. We have another doctor looking at it right now.
Okay. Can I see her?
Yes, of course.
Cool.
She's still unconscious, so.
I brought her favorite magazine.
This month's issue of Bass and Fish.
Cars.
All about that bass.
She takes you to
No
the
salmon.
doctor takes you to the room, and there's she's just lying in the bed, just like bandages on her.
I am a bloody man.
I assume they
They have
locked
cleaned you.
up.
Yeah.
I am a bandit.
The janitor
man.
came and just.
You should start reading it to her.
Sounds like a WarioWare game.
Yeah.
Am I bruised? Do I got like black eyes?
Yeah.
From the whole,
Is there a doc with
face
her?
wall.
No, not with her right now.
Oh, cool.
They don't actually just keep them in the rooms with the patients.
Yeah. Just, doctor's there holding her hand, praying.
This is how we do it. This is how people get better. Don't go
All right.
To, don't go to
I'm
Greg
gonna
Anwar.
be a bit of a snoop. I'm gonna look at her chart.
Give me a medicine check.
I would love to.
Understand any of it.
Extreme, please.
Keep in mind that I've seen a lot of forensic files.
Mitchell said that.
What is it?
Can you screenshot that?
How's it going to Spaminite, by the way?
Maybe.
So good.
Should be your bottom.
Give me that check.
Oh, 21. No.
That's a 12.
Yep.
But still no?
12. No. I have nothing in
You
medicine.
see some stuff written about tumors, and
Yeah.
you see a little bit of notes from what looks like, it's just, you don't recognize the handwriting, but it just says, interesting. Period.
Yeah.
It's like that little astronomical chart that just says "Wow."
Yes.
Is there like a
It's got a
little,
wow sticker on
little
it.
body with circles on it that are
Yes,
she's
there
got-
is that. Yeah.
That's kind of mainly what I was looking for.
Yes, there is writing going down the side just saying tumors, their size.
Yeah.
The biopsy says no, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not the
Not
normal tumor.
operable.
Unknown. Maybe we send it in for some more
Tests.
tests.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how
Suggested
you spread
calling her
infection.
in to get another
You're gonna get
biopsy.
taken away by the government. That's yeah. Yeah,
I'd do it if
geez.
I was the government.
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna
You're ours
kind
now.
of chill out till she wakes up. Maybe I'll read her some fish and bass.
Sure.
I'd
I'll
take
be
everybody
like,
out of the hospital.
Casting a good line.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was an article about catfish.
Catfish, yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Oh, I
dangers of
wanna
whirling
own this.
disease.
Yeah, and I'll do that till she either wakes up or I fall asleep.
Cool, you fall asleep.
Neat.
So that means the only person we have left still awakened at this 3 in the morning is Mr. Baker.
Yes.
A blue-haired woman walks into your room. She has a long coat on, covered in water from the rain. She has a handbag that she puts on the table, and then before even knows, she just pulls out a deck of tarot cards and starts walking over.
You disappeared.
I take it you're Miss Thomas.
Of course I am. You called.
A friend of mine, well, somebody I met, went and asked you for help. And apparently you found him a job.
You're talking about Jesse,
And then another person I know
Mr. Smarty.
went to you and you helped him too.
Oh, I didn't help him. I tested him. I'll let him know what you guys did was embarrassing, and as far as I'm concerned, if it was a test, he failed.
What are you testing him for?
I was seeing his affluence for the unknown.
And Jesse?
He was desperate.
Yeah.
I can work with desperation.
Oh, she's a predator.
You can work with desperation.
I can.
So what do you get out of it? What are you testing for? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for, all of this is for power. Not anything malicious. Merely just what's a good way to put it? Opportunity.
Something's happening at the observatory. Something strange. Something that can't be happening. That has to be a computer error or a technical issue or a glitch in the system, except I can't find it. And if anyone could, it would be me.
Don't fool yourself.
I was thinking the same word.
A detective was here in this room about an hour ago.
She picks up the business card that's next to the card she's reading. This detective.
He
She's so powerful.
he threatened me, but that's, I mean, that makes sense. But he threatened my family. I don't want my family involved in any of this. I don't care necessarily how it goes with me or with others. But with my family, that just isn't right. If you were able, if you're testing Jake, and if you were able to help Jesse find whatever it is he's looking for here, I don't want that detective poking around this city anymore. And I want my family to be off limits.
I have some bad news for you. Due to the way and structure of how things work, I can't do anything about him.
So there's limits to what you can do.
Not limits, but a balance.
Isn't power all about not having to worry about things like balance and limits?
It's talk like that that makes those who think what power is lose it.
That's fair.
Myself and the 3 other points of this city, we work hard to make sure it stays this way. I'll say whatever Detective Holden did was with the best intentions.
You're not gonna...
You didn't call me here for a reading. You tried to make a deal with the devil.
She's in you already.
She's in everybody.
Well, I suppose I did.
Everyone's just disappointed in her tonight.
Why don't you get some rest? I can do you something at least. I'll talk to Holden. I'll read him. I'll see what his actual intentions are. But maybe this isn't the sort of thing you should be doing. Going to Garden View and trying to find demons. You've never stopped since she disappeared.
Someone has to be responsible.
Someone is responsible. But I can tell if I told you right now, you wouldn't be able to handle it. There'll be a time. If you continue to just live that responsible life you did, taking photographs from the distance and not running around screaming somebody's name. If the world starts ending, Mr. Baker, and she starts heading towards the door, just watch. And she leaves.
I'm gonna throw a fit in my chair.
Beep, 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 beep. Your heart rate starts going up.
Yeah.
The nurse comes in. Oh my God, what's wrong? This man just had stitches. What's happening with him? She
I'm
comes.
probably pulling them. Yeah.
She goes and they do a little doctor thing to inject on the show, and you pass out. And we'll go to an early Thursday morning.
What's the actual date? The 15th?
Or 14th.
14th.
Stephen Baker's having a good night.
Good night.
Sam, we'll start with you.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the hospital because I'm not working, but I want to go look up Andrew/Matt's medical history along
Sure.
with Kevin McLeod's medical history. Out of curiosity.
He's a cyborg.
Andrew Kingston.
Sure. Why did I eat something chewy? I don't know.
Because it tastes good.
Oh, yeah, because it's in front of me. I put it in front of James.
Yo! What are these? Dummies?
Toffee.
You're
Yeah, dummies.
dummies.
Justin called me dumb.
They're
So
you.
they were for me.
Well, there you go.
And
He
the drugs
also
me
called
dumb.
him pretty but dumb.
Pretty
the
but
other day.
dumb.
Handsome but dumb.
Handsome but dumb.
Well, you know,
Sorry,
potato, potato.
Pretty but stupid was a different card. I made jokes that it was burger.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, just getting through this candy.
It's cool.
Gotta drink some water. I drink.
Don't die.
Take your time.
It's cool. It's cool.
We're not waiting.
Sam's
It's
in no
fine.
rush.
Whatever.
She's just got this like she's driving. to
Someone
work.
play a nurse who does small talk with Sam.
Hey Sam, what are you doing in today?
It sounds like Jake Smarty, but slightly nasalier.
Slightly feminine and nasally.
Just Jake Smarty in a nurse outfit.
You know, nurse
acting like his disguise.
Big glasses.
Yes, you find that Andrew Kingston is a patient at St. Meredith's Hospital.
Does it have any info on for what? Like what he's a patient of?
He has a doctor there. Oh God, I need a name.
Do you not have a sheet of random names?
No, I make them up on the fly.
McFly.
Ted. Ted's a good name.
Ted McFly.
Ted McFly.
Try to write this down.
Martin. Ted.
Ted Martin.
Ted Martin.
Ted.
Theodore Marty. McFly.
Ted Johnson.
Sixth.
Junior.
Dr. Ruth. And Dr. Steinke.
Dr. Ted Cram.
Dr. Cram.
Dr. Cram.
Cram.
K-R-A-M-M.
And he hates that fucking joke. Oh, you're gonna cram in another patient tonight? Fuck you. Yeah.
Cram it, cram.
Cool.
He lives by the stand your ground laws.
He's had no hardcore surgeries. He has been treated for a few knife wounds and bullet gunshots.
Okay.
Me?
No,
Me? What?
Andrew Kingston.
Who?
Damn.
Who now?
I'm halfway there.
Anything for Kevin McLeod?
Yeah, he has a bad heart, high blood pressure. He goes to Greg Gaynor.
Okay.
Just a regular guy.
Just a regular guy.
Regular dude.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm also just gonna do a Google search on Andrew Kingston while I'm sitting at a computer.
Give me a use computer check.
Sure.
What? The hospital are you at?
Greg Gaynor. I failed that.
You're not able to find anything on Google.
Can I try a photo search of this stone, which I brought with me?
Yeah, a reverse Google image search.
Yeah, that one. Same thing?
No, this one can just come up. It seems to be a sort of kind of druidic ward of protection.
Okay.
Creepy.
You have to hold it for it to work.
But there's got to be like 4 of you, and you all have to be standing around it like a bunch of nerds.
And then you're gonna see some big bugs. Just ignore those.
I would say it was like more like an octopus.
It was actually more like I figured out the best way to describe it afterwards. Was
It's that thing
like,
from Stranger Things.
No, it's
Oh.
it's like the top of a hand reaching down.
But you
Oh
can't
my
move
god,
fingers.
it's the fucking dungeon master from Zelda.
The wall masters.
Wall
yeah.
master, that's it.
Yeah, it's a hand, but it has like a something on top that kind of looks
Extra
like
fingers.
something. Not even
Oh, you guys
fingers.
are so cute.
So yeah, it's just sort of like a ward of protection.
I love you both
Okay,
so
cool.
much.
Here, put your head
For
on
different
Justin.
reasons.
Put your head on Dark Justin.
Sure.
Sure.
You give me a listen check, please.
That's actually a really creepy look in the camera.
Almost definitely not. No.
Leaning on Justin.
All right, cool, thank you.
This
Okay.
is why good things can't happen to me.
All right, Aaliyah, you wake up. Hal is sleeping like this with a magazine open on his lap that just says catfish.
Yeah.
Hal. Hal.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. You first. Oh, anyone who took a wound healed 1 hit point.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, you never took a major wound, Eric. You're fine.
I know I am.
Nargis Watt, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription.
Woohoo!
Welcome to the golden table, my friend. Or enemy. We'll see how the night
We'll
goes.
take enemies.
We'll take enemy. We'll take enemy money.
It's all the same to us.
Yeah. No.
What do you mean me first?
Well.
What happened? How did I get here? Where's Jake? Where's Steven?
That's what happens when you make a subscription, folks. Justin gets more comfortable.
That's very nice. I put it comfortable.
Next, he takes his pants off. You won't be able to see that. Does it happen? Nobody knows.
Well, we'd all know.
He's not even wearing them.
No pants.
Just the flamenco socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up
That's
to
why I
here.
buy my socks in sets of 3.
Oh man. Okay.
The things I say.
No, I don't know what happened last night. I found you at Garden View. I came to make sure you guys are okay, and I found you out. This is gonna sound ridiculous. I'm still trying to process it. I don't know what happened, but I think like you and Steven and Jake had a fight or something. I don't know.
I don't think that's right.
Well, Steven was pretty roughed up and he was outside with you, so.
You remember that thing I told you about the guys with the masks and the
Oh
weirdness?
yeah, I know, yeah.
All of it was in your mind.
They were there.
Yeah, I saw them.
What?
They were just down the street.
You've literally become the sort of coward that I now am rooting for you to get yours by the end of the film.
We're going to pause for a moment on you guys. As you were looking at the hospital computers, you hear two nurses talking. And you overhear them say something, yeah, I think she tried to kill herself. I don't know, the guy who brought her in said he found her outside, she was covered in blood, and then the other person says, outside Garden View. And then...
What? In this town? No way!
I think the nurses are more like deaths a suicide attempt.
Yeah.
Deaths.
Yeah, exactly that.
You get discounts if you're not going to stay till the end of the month.
Now, this is America, but there's also free healthcare in this city.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, it's such a happy place.
Yeah, except for that's the price of the monsters.
Yeah, except the monsters.
Cthulhu's paying.
It's close enough to the border that Canada's like, yo,
Yeah.
we got
We're
you.
cool. Can I do a search through the computer for all the names that I know as a part of the Midnight Watch?
Who are all the people you know that are part of the Midnight Watch?
Okay, I would do Rainer, Jake, I'd have to do Jess. I think that limits it. Oh, no, I do
Okay.
know about Aaliyah.
You do.
I do know.
Yeah,
I know
very-
about her.
Very few.
But you know her name.
I know her name. I could search for Aaliyah.
You do find Aaliyah. She's in a room.
What room number?
317. 317. Third floor, 17th room.
Suicide ward.
Suicide ward. The Garden View part.
The Garden View Ward.
We'll go back to you guys.
Yeah, no, I saw them. They,
You saw them and you still think I was in a fight?
I don't know about Steven and Jake. They seem like really dangerous guys.
They're not the danger.
Well, okay. They,
You okay?
I just, I got a funny image in my head of a guy wearing 2 sunglasses. Just kind
That better not
of
be
threw
for
me
me.
off. Weird thing to think about
good.
right now. No, yeah, I know weird cult, and I know they maybe kidnapped you and like tumored you up. But
Tumored you up.
I just like
I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't know if Steven and Jake are concerned for.
Are we sure he's not part of it?
Yeah, you're so fucking sketchy, Al.
Hal, I appreciate everything you have done for me.
Tumas. It's not a tumor.
But I don't want you to get hurt.
It's not a tumor.
So I'm gonna give you a choice right now. Leave. Forget about myself. Forget about this weird ass midnight watch.
Ow.
I can't go anywhere. But you can. I have a place to stay. Like, it's fine. Leave. Why haven't you left already? You found me covered in my own blood, and maybe somebody else's, outside of an apartment building that we went to go check out some suicides.
What's he getting out of all of this?
I don't know.
You should ask. You should interrogate
girlfriend.
that.
Duh.
Why are you still here?
Why do you keep following me?
Is that an
Why do you have a mask in your trunk?
No, you should. Let's think about this for a moment. He continues to tell you not to keep doing this thing when it's obviously
When
happening.
you don't have to turn the
and
party on
every
each other.
time
They just do
danger
it themselves.
happens,
Yep.
he's there to save you and take you back to his place and pretend like nothing happened.
My favorite thing, this is James trying to play like a nice guy character. He comes off like a scary stalker.
No fucking way.
Ugh.
Ugh.
It's embarrassing. I just kind of, you see, like, you watch TV and you see, like, heroes and stuff, and you can't, I can't save the world, but I thought maybe I could save you. But yeah. Oh,
I'm
let's just go.
gonna say this once more, and then I'll drop it. If this is the thing that you feel like you need to do, then great. And I'm not gonna go out of my way to give you an out. But this right here, this is some scary ass shit we're doing. This is your out. But if you want to keep coming, by all means.
I don't think it's up to you or me if I get to leave right now.
Why? Sound like you're deep into this.
I got that invitation.
Uh-huh.
They left a costume too.
What kind of costume?
Pig mask. Kind of costume.
Let's jump over to
Okay.
Mr. Smarty. No, yes, Mr. Smarty,
No, yes.
who wakes up in
who
his
am I?
warehouse.
Who are you?
Alone. Fuck. I'm in love
Check
with
my
this
front door.
image.
I checked the door.
A 50-year-old.
You actually are in so much pain
Yeah.
that you can't even like turn on the light and open your eyes. Just your head hurts.
I'm guessing there's like a set of windows, maybe a little bit of lights coming in.
Yeah, it's just too much. It hurts.
It's too much.
Yeah.
I go back to bed.
Sounds good. Mr. Baker.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's how you
All right.
deal with that problem.
So I deal with
You wake up.
Somebody
and
needs to go save him.
Your wife is sitting in the chair, hands
knows where I
crossed
am.
over her purse.
Oh my god, is she wearing like a
You're not
Sunday
allowed to
dress?
No.
Oh.
Because the pig.
I love me some power checks. Nailed it. I am able to stay composed and not burst into tears.
Guys, hear that?
It's ghosts.
It's
The pigmen are coming.
It's true.
The doctor said you. What were you doing taking photos at night?
Owls are out at night. That's a really
You
easy
know-
out.
I'm so sorry to probably worry you.
You definitely worried me. I'm glad the detective came and told me that you were okay. Otherwise, I would have. I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to get back to sleep.
I was just. There was this nest, and I've got that new night lens, and I thought. I mean, I used to. Like,
Classic night lens.
I used to QB. I can climb a fence.
You're not 18 anymore.
No, I guess not. When you get old, things start breaking down.
Things stop working.
Well, the nurse said you can leave this morning, and you just have to be gentler on your arm and maybe don't climb as many fences. I was thinking maybe we go get some breakfast downstairs in the cafeteria, and then let's go home. I already called work for you.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. The doctor says it's going to take a couple of months for me to heal up, but I'm going to start very gently, one-armed, swinging myself out the bed. But, I don't know. I don't see why I couldn't keep working at the observatory while I heal up. I mean, it's pretty light
I love that image.
duty.
That image.
You better keep working.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Say persuade.
Sure.
Mike's got the giggles tonight.
Mitch sent another picture. Oh. Oh.
Let's see it.
It's a beholder with googly eyes.
I want to do that to my D&D book now.
Yeah.
I've been wondering. Now that the girls are a little bit older,
Maybe you could go back to work.
Inside thoughts.
Oh, I'll let you know I work harder than my good-for-nothing husband ever would.
that's true. I just fucking look at stars all day. That's the sun.
Ah.
Never has there been a man so brave.
I'm literally braver than the president. I do it every day. I was just thinking maybe. I mean, this town has a lot of bad memories. Have you ever thought of seeing if we could try things out somewhere else?
And this isn't the pain medicine talking? It's kind of a big thing to throw at me, Rand. I mean, yeah, I've thought about it. It'd be nice to, I don't know, live somewhere where it doesn't rain all the time.
Yeah, and somewhere where maybe I could move on.
She puts her hand on your hand.
I'm gonna squeeze
For
her
she
hand.
knows what you meant by move on. And there's the quiet of the hospital room until the intercom goes, and we're gonna go on a YouTube break.
But if